Hi folks, this is Malcolm with Luminous Ground, and this is the second of 3 short videos that I'm doing to introduce our online school of Tai Chi and Qigong. We're going to cover 5 topics in these videos: the style we practice, our lineage, the programs we offer, the approach we take in classes, and our goals. The first video covered our style and lineage. The third video covers our approach and goals. And this second video will cover the programs that we offer. Before we go on to the programs, I need to say a word about the curriculum, especially the relationship between Qigong and Tai Chi. So let's put a little chart up on the blackboard on the wall here. And I'm going to fill in the full spectrum from the most yin on the left to the most yang on the right. And we will put the Qigong classes in the lower register and the Tai Chi classes in the upper register. And what ties everything together is the Foundation Studies class in the center. So let's fill in the Tai Chi classes. In Tai Chi and Qigong, everything starts from yin, from stillness. So we'll start with meditation on the left, and then move toward the right, becoming more active with each square. So Qigong comes next, and then come forms, which is what everybody thinks of when they think of Tai Chi. And after forms come weapons, which include everything from sword and saber to staff and walking stick, and none of which we can do in our online format here except for the Tai Chi walking stick. Followed by Toisho, or push hands, which has its own spectrum from most yin, from cooperative partner training to most yang, competitive, and then finally moving on to sparring, which is definitely competitive and which, as a foundation school, we do not do. Following Grandmaster Feng's training advice, we divide our weekly classes up into 70% Qigong and 30% Tai Chi forms. So if you look at the weekly class schedule, you'll see all the classes in green are Qigong, all the classes in yellow are Tai Chi, and the foundation studies, which binds them together, is in purple. So although most of our focus is on Qigong and Tai Chi forms, we do at least touch on meditation, weapons, and push hands. Meditation we do between every Qigong exercise. Weapons we restrict to the Tai Chi walking stick, which is mainly used in Qigong. And push hands comes in the form of two-person demonstrations which we provide to illustrate Xin Yi, or mental intention, when we teach Tai Chi forms. Okay, let's go on to the lower Qigong register, and what we're going to do here is take the square from the upper register marked Qigong 70%, and we're going to expand that from its most yin side to its most yang side. Let's start with the left yin side, and that kind of meditation is called Jian Zhuang, which means standing post meditation. We do that in between every Qigong series and actually before and after every Tai Chi form. And again, moving toward the right, the second square is Hunyan Qigong, This is a classic form of self-care Qigong, very slow and meditative, and it's what our whole style of Tai Chi and Qigong is named after. Moving again to the right, under forms comes Qianzigong, or silk reeling. This is the signature energy of Huinyan Tai Chi, and it has to do with developing spiral power energy in the body. Again to the right, the only weapon we play with at all is the Tai Chi walking stick, and that form is called Tai Chi Yang Sheng Jiang. And again to the right, the exercise we do for push hands is a classic Shaolin form called Muscle Tendon Change Classic. It's very beautiful, and it has mostly to do with stretching. And then finally, dropping down from the sparring square, is Tai Chi Bang, B-A-N-G, which is a very intense advanced class with the short stick used for developing your internal gong, as in gong fu. Okay, so there is the basic layout of our curriculum, all held together by Foundation Studies in the center, our basic theory class. And so now we can go on to look at the 4 programs we offer, which you might think of as 4 different pathways to explore this landscape. Okay, let's go on to the programs proper. And I'm going to do this by going to our website, and then we will head over to the registration page. Go to the registration page and then scroll down until you find the program descriptions. And you can see we have 4 full programs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Program 1 is the combined Tai Chi and Qigong program for those that want to train in the classic way. Number 2 is the Qigong only program for those who are wanting to focus most on health and well-being. Number 3 is the Tai Chi program for those who only have time for weekend classes or want to focus strictly on Tai Chi. And number 4 is the recordings program for those who cannot meet our normal schedule. So notice that at the bottom of each of these 4, in blue, there is a link to program details, including full descriptions and class videos. Okay, let's check out the details of these programs. And let's start with program number 2, the Qigong program, because that is the most popular. So I'm going to click on program details, and that takes us to the Qigong page. And as we scroll down that page, you will see there are the classes for the Qigong program: Morning Qigong, Advanced Qigong, Primordial Qigong, and Foundation Studies. And if you keep scrolling, you will get the introduction and an index to all the class descriptions that are on this page. Number 1, Qigong and Tai Chi intro. 2, 3, and 4 are the practice classes. And the 4 classes under Foundation Studies are the quarterly theory classes that we take a look at every year. All right, so you scroll on down the page. Morning Qigong with a nice video. At least I hope it's a nice video. Advanced Qigong. Primordial Qigong. And then the Foundation Studies classes, including Earth Body, Your Body, Silk Reeling Qigong, Primordial Qigong, and Fangzhong Gong Qigong. And then at the end of the page, the annual school calendar. Scroll back up to the top, go to the register page again. We'll go down to full programs, and let's go to the Tai Chi program. Same kind of thing. So the class schedule, all weekend classes, beginning Tai Chi, advanced Tai Chi, foundation studies, and primordial Qigong. Introduction, index of classes on this page, beginning Tai Chi, advanced Tai Chi, foundation studies, and here is an index of those same 4 classes we looked at before. Click on one of these, it'll actually take you to the Qigong page. And primordial Qigong. And again, the page ends with the calendar for 2025. Back up to the top, back to register, full programs, and let's look at the Tai Chi, the combined Tai Chi and Qigong program. This is the way I trained, and depending on what you would like, this is a good way to do it. It's all the classes on the schedule. Again, you don't have to do all these classes. Just do the ones you want to do, but they are available to you. So it's a description of the program. And instead of an index of classes, there's a link that will take you to back to the Qigong page for all the individual Qigong classes. Another link that will take you to the Qigong, the Tai Chi page for all the Tai Chi classes. And again, the calendar at the base of the page. Back to register, full programs, and the number 4, the recordings program. If you can't make our live class schedule, you can try the recordings. Those are available the next day. They come with a daily email, the list of all the classes. Again, details on the Tai Chi and Qigong classes are here. Calendar at the end of the page. Boom, up you go again. I'm going to go back to the register page for one more thing. The special classes. These special classes are, in fact, the foundation studies classes. So they are quarterly, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. And those classes are actually free because they come with all the programs. So if you are interested in the Earth Body class, sign up for Qigong program, for instance. And then you can go to the Earth Body class. Great detail. Okay, hopefully that's enough detail for you. Once you sign up for one of the programs, you will get a Zoom invitation every morning for all the classes that day. And the invitation will also include links to all the recordings for the past week or so. Okay, that should cover it. There you go. Oh, on the home page, and also look at the intro videos. I'm still working on number 2. In fact, this video that I'm doing right now is number 2. But you can look at all the rest of them, particularly prepping for classes. All right. See you soon in class.